Hello, my name is Lindsay Wilson, and for my astronomy presentation, I'm going to be talking about the night sky. More specifically, I'm going to go into detail about the moon, the stars, and the constellations. I'm going to start off by talking to you guys about the moon. Not every planet in the solar system has a moon or a set of moons. Venus, for instance, has 0 moons, where other planets have multiple moons like Jupiter. Our planet, Earth, is the only planet in the solar system that has only 1 moon. Today, I am just going to be talking about our moon. Let me start off with some general information about the moon. The moon is Earth's nearest neighbor in space. The moon is also about 1/4 the diameter of Earth and has about 1/6 the amount of gravity as Earth does. The moon also has very prominent surface features. Some of the surface features include craters, which are large circular pits in the moon, which you can see in the image being shown to you right now. There is also maria, which are the large, smooth, dark areas you see on the moon. They are surrounded by bright areas that are called highlands. Other parts of the moon include rays, which are long, light streaks of pulverized rock coming from craters, and there are also lunar canyons, which are known as rills. Now we know what the moon looks like, we can now look more deep into it and see what it is made up of, on the inside and the outside. The surface of the moon is covered with regolith, or a blanket of shattered rock chunks and powder. That is the stuff that makes you be able to see the prints in the moon, like Neil Armstrong's first step on the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The moon is made up of the crust, which is the outermost layer, then down to the mantle, and lastly the core. Pretty much like how Earth's interior is set up, except the moon only has 1 core instead of 2 like Earth's. Being shown to you right now is a picture of the moon's interior, its crust, mantle, and its core. Now that I've talked about the inside of the moon and the surface of the moon, I can talk about what's going on around the moon, its atmosphere, or should I say, lack of atmosphere. The moon has no atmosphere due to the lack of volcanic activity and not a strong enough gravitational force. Since I have talked to you about the moon inside out and all around, all left to explain to you is how it moves. The moon has an elliptical motion in a period of about 27.3 days. It rotates at the same rate as it orbits Earth, which is called synchronous rotation. It also has a 5-degree tilt to it. I have given you most of the basic concepts of understanding the moon and what it's about. So I'm going to end off this subject on the moon with giving you an interesting fact about it. The moon has been walked on by 12 people, all of which were American males, and the last one was 42 years ago in 1972. While looking in the night sky, you see the moon, and all around it are stars, which I'm going to be talking about next. Stars are massive gaseous bodies held together by gravity. There are over 200 billion stars in our solar system, so when you are looking in the night sky, you are only seeing a handful of the actual amount of stars there are out there. There's one very prominent star that you will see while looking up in the sky, and that is Polaris, or most commonly known as the North Star. The North Star is the brightest star in the sky, and it is always towards the north, hence the name the North Star. So if you ever get lost and don't have a compass with you, just look for the North Star and that will help guide you north. Some characteristics of a star include the following. A star age is usually between 1 billion and 10 billion years old. Some stars may even have an older age, close to when they believe the universe has formed 13.8 billion years ago. Stars are composed of 71% hydrogen, 27% helium, and another very small 2% of other heavier elements. Stars have a wide range of diameters. They could be as small as 20 kilometers to as big as 900 million kilometers. The strength of the magnetic field on a star varies from star to star because it depends on the mass and the composition of the star. The higher the mass of a star, the shorter the lifespan it has. A star's temperature can range from anywhere as low as 3,000 Kelvin to 50,000 Kelvin. A star's luminosity, or actual brightness, is determined by its radius and surface temperature. All of these characteristics together make a star a star. You may be looking in the sky and see something other than what I have covered today, the moon and the stars. You may be wondering, what could it be? You could be seeing one of the other planets. To the naked eye, you can see 5 of the 8 planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. When this presentation goes up on Monday, July 28th, you will be able to see Mars and Saturn at night. The image being shown to you right now is how the Big Dipper can help you find where Mars lies in the sky. Other objects you might wonder what you are seeing in the night sky if it's not a planet, star, or moon. Could be a comet, an asteroid, or maybe it's just a plane. When looking up at the stars, they come together to form constellations. Constellations are a grouping of stars in the night sky. Astronomers have divided the sky into 88 constellations. There are 12 constellations in which we get our zodiac signs from, and those are Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpius, Sagittarius, Capricornus, Aquarius, and Pisces. All of these constellations lie on the ecliptic, which is the path the sun appears to make around the celestial sphere. Other popular constellations that you've probably heard of before are Ursa Major, which contains a set of stars named the Big Dipper, Ursa Minor, which contains a set of stars that make up the Little Dipper, and Orion. Some not so popular constellations that you may or may not have also heard of are Cepheus, Draco, and Capella. There are many guides or constellation charts that you can use to help you find any of these constellations in the night sky. We have one in the back of our textbook that can be very useful. Being shown to you right now is an example of what a constellation chart looks like. The next thing I'm going to show you is some videos I took of the night sky around my house. You have probably noticed that I'm in a different spot than where all my other clips were recorded at. And in my last clip, I told you that I was going to record the night sky in my backyard, and I have been trying to do so for the past 3 days, and it has either been too cloudy or it's been raining, and the video is just not turning out so well. So instead, I found a video online of a time-lapse of the Milky Way, so I'm going to show you that instead. Pretty much wraps up my presentation. I hope I gave you a generalized overview of the night sky. And the next time you have a chance, go outside when it's dark out and take a look up. There are some pretty wonderful things you will find up there. For my presentation, I got most of my information from our textbook, Explorations in Introductory to Astronomy. So that is it. Thank you very much and have a good rest of your summer.